What's going on, YouTube? It is your boy Shiranui Flame, and I am very happy with the new card, Foolish Burial Belongings. Some people have been saying it's not that great. Some people have been saying it's amazing, but I personally am on the latter side. I think this card is absolutely amazing, and it's very good because there's many spells and trap cards that you can use in this game from the graveyard, you know what I'm saying? And one of my favorite ones for one of my favorite decks is Yugioh Penalty Box, and you can banish this card from your graveyard to search any UA spell card, to include Stadium, to include Signing Deal, and to include Power Jersey. That's why I'm only running one Power Jersey right now, and I'm not running any Terraformings, because when I need Stadium, I will get Stadium. This is kind of a mock-up deck. As you can see, I did make a UA video on my channel a few months ago, and this is sort of following that mold a little bit, but with some small alterations and stuff like that to update it for the new meta. Personally, I think Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit is absolutely amazing for the upcoming format, with ABC and stuff like that, relying on stuff like Galaxy Soldier and their spell card, their field spell, to get stuff done. So having access to Ghost Ogre to blow one of those things up and slow the deck down is very good, and Effect Veiler doesn't really do much against that deck specifically. So yeah, that's probably going to be the most popular deck coming into the new format. It's most of the cards are very cheap, and most people that I know already started hoarding the cards that they need in preparation to build that deck. So yeah, Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, definitely very good card, and a very good reprint coming into tins. I'm running 2 Max C just to help me supplement the Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbits a little bit, because I feel like sometimes it's not enough to just blow something up. Sometimes you also want that draw power. So going second in this upcoming format, decks are so setup heavy, right? They're special summoning a lot, they're setting up a lot of threats for you to deal with when they touch the board. So I feel like having the Maxis, it's only at 2 right now, and also having Ghost Ogre is a very good combination. You're probably gonna ask why I don't have UA Playmaker, UA Goalkeeper. To be honest, I don't really like those cards too much. They don't really suit my playstyle and the way that I build my deck. UA Goalkeeper reads, you can special summon this card from your hand by returning 1 UA monster you control to the hand except UA Goalkeeper. You can only special summon UA Goalkeeper once per turn this way. Once per turn during your opponent's turn, you can target 1 UA monster you control. Once during this turn, it cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects. It's more of a defensive card, and the way my deck is tailored, it's tailored more for explosiveness, right? I have the Brilliant Fusions to allow me to get multiple normal summons, and I'm probably going to end up playing an extra rebounder just in case because of that, but I'm not quite sure what I want to cut. I have 2 Dreadnought Dunkers, and obviously Power Jersey is it's much easier to search than before now with this new card, Foolish Burial Belongings. So OTKing is going to be quite common. I have Monarch Stormforth as well to help me get rid of problem monsters, and or at least baiting Cyber Dragon Infinity from decks like Blue Eyes, which people in the TCG have been playing Infinity and Blue Eyes because they've been running Galaxy Soldier, which I think is kind of weird, but hey, more control. Infinity's a great card, and ABC coming up that makes Infinity quite easily as well. This is the deck right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to play some matches. I can't do it on the Checkmate server because Foolish Burial Belongings is still a it's still a beta card, quote unquote, so I can't take that to the Checkmate server. I'm gonna have to go ahead and I'm gonna have to hop on the Yugioh Pro USA server, and hopefully I have some good matches on here and I get some decent hands to show the card off. But you know, I feel like I will get decent hands because Foolish Burial Belongings adds an extra depth to the deck. You know what I'm saying? It's basically like it'll allow me to search Stadium or Power Jersey or Signing Deal, which will typically get me what I'm lacking. But here's a problem, and we're about to see one of the problems with this card right now. Foolish Burial Belongings is only once per turn, so we drew 2 of them, so we have a dead Foolish Burial Belongings. But that's fine. I'm not really expecting to OTK. We're probably going to set up a more defensive board anyway because of the rest of the cards that we drew. So Foolish Burial Belonging is going to allow us to get whatever we need in response to what he's going to do. So it's not too bad that we open it, but we're not going to be able to make a super explosive board. That's not a problem. In this case, we have midfielders, so we're going to want to search UA Stadium to also get a search off of it. And then after that, we'll probably either search Power Jersey or we'll search Signing Deal, depending on what our opponent is going to do. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to activate Stadium. And the way Stadium works is when you normal summon a UA monster, Stadium's going to activate and we get to search any UA monster we want from the deck. In this case, we're going to go for a more defensive card. We can go for Back Blocker, and we're probably going to go for Back Blocker instead of Perfect Ace. Perfect Ace is amazing because it can negate any card during your opponent's turn once per turn by pitching a card. Well, honestly, we should do that because we have Trick Clown, right? So we can pitch Trick Clown and we can use Trick Clown to get on the field. So we basically don't really lose anything off of that, just 1,000 life points. So at this point, we're going to go ahead and drop Perfect Ace. And whenever a UA monster is special summoned once per turn, all your monsters on the field get a 500 attack boost. So it's not just UA monsters, it's any monster. So even if Trick Clown was on the field, if we had an Exceed monster, they would also get the boost, and it's a permanent boost. It's not until this card gets removed from the field, and it's not till the end of the turn. It is a permanent boost. As long as those monsters stays on the field, they will have their boost. So we're going to end our turn right here. Not really the best board, but at the very least we have Twin Twister to blow up any back row or maybe problem field spells. We have Perfect Ace to go ahead and negate shit. So okay, Ancient Gear Wyvern. We're gonna have to stop that from happening. I'm sorry, but we're just gonna have to get rid of Trick Clown, and we're not gonna let that happen. So we have to be very careful of what we do here, right? Because to our knowledge, we know that Ancient Gear plays off of blowing up their continuous spell cards to get searches. So realistically, we're not going to want to use this Twin Twister. We're not going to use it. We're not just going to start blowing up cards blindly like that. Because I really feel like that's just a recipe for disaster. And honestly, I'm not quite sure if the text for those cards read face up on the field or what it reads, but all I know is we are not going to be fucking with that back row. We're just gonna let that back row rock. We're gonna get Mighty Slugger because we're gonna get Powered Jersey, and we're gonna try to just attack, and hopefully that's not a Mirror Force or something like that. He could easily just be covering that up. And we're also gonna go for probably, I want to say, no, actually Abyss Dweller is going to be able to stop whatever his back row is, because it's not just monster effects. I just had to read the text one more time. It's any card effect that activates in the graveyard. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to get rid of Dreadnought Dunker, and we're going to blow those back row up. And we are going to chain our mans right here, get rid of this Trick Clown. He's just going to come right back on the field. Okay, so we actually didn't have to worry about this card being blown up and getting an effect off of it, but we could only play with the knowledge that we have of the deck. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely were playing it safe, and I would do it again. So this is pretty good because we still have our Foolish Burial Belongings, and we're going to get another search. We're going to drop Penalty Box. We're going to grab this, and at this point, we can get Power Jersey. Or, matter of fact, this is what we're going to do. We're going to get Sign and Deal. We're going to activate Sign and Deal. We're going to get Rival Rebounder. We're going to get a boost for our monsters. We're going to special tag out for Mighty Slugger, right? And at this point, we're just going to basically hold on to this. I'm not sure if we can OTK, so we're just going to play it safe here, and we're just going to hold on to this. And we are going to switch Perfect Ace to attack mode because his attack matches his defense now. He's not really a sitting duck anymore. And we're going to go ahead and we are going to attack first with Mighty Slugger. So in case he has a response, I'm not 100% familiar with all the cards in the deck. I don't know if there's a monster like that's a hand trap that can protect the monster on the field. So that's why I attacked with Mighty Slugger first to play it safe. So at this point, let's see what we have in the toolbox. We could get rid of these two for Durendal, but that wouldn't really be logical because Perfect Ace is going to be able to negate anything. So yeah, even if we have to get rid of our Rival Rebounder. And Abyss Dweller is a good card for this, man, because if he tries to blow up, okay, his field spell, let's read the effect of it real quick. Both players contribute summon Ancient Gear monsters with one less tribute than required. When this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one Ancient Gear monster from your deck, from your hand, deck, or graveyard. So we have Abyss Dweller, that's not going to happen. Let's see what this does. If this card is normal summon, inflicts 600 damage to your opponent. If this card attacks, your opponent cannot activate spell trap cards until the end of the damage step. Once per turn, you can fusion summon one Ancient Gear monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as fusion materials. We actually can't. I mean, I guess we could just stop that, because I don't want him to fusion summon. They do have that new card. It's like 4. Alright, we won, but I'm going to explain why I did that. They do have some new fusion cards that can't be affected by anything. They have to basically be destroyed by a battle, and they have this Big Daddy one that's just like, I think it's like 4,500 attack, and it's just an absolute beast. So anyway, I'm going to go into the deck edit, and I'm going to talk about Foolish Burial Belongings, because you got to see live and direct how good this card is for UA. You know what I'm saying? Sending Penalty Box, this is one of the best cards that you can send with Foolish Burial Belongings. As you can see, it's just basically, it makes this card right here act not only as a deck thinner, but also as a searcher. And since I'm also running 1 breakthrough skill, it also gives me an option for utility, right? If I'm playing against ABC or against a deck that makes CDI, breakthrough skill is an amazing card to stop that, because once he tries to stop an effect, I can breakthrough skill during my turn in the graveyard and basically make his infinity basically null and void. So this card gives you utility, it deck thins, and in most decks it's either going to give you a straight up search or a special summon or some kind of negation of something. And I really feel like in a lot of decks this card is just worth it to run. And I'm gonna also show it in Dark Magician coming up. I know a lot of people were saying like why would I send Magician's Navigation to the graveyard just to get a negation? I would rather use this card on the field. But the thing is, if you don't open up Magician's Navigation like going first, and sometimes even going a second, it's shaky because it's a trap card. It's a trap card that requires you have something in hand, and it's not a counter trap, it's a regular trap. You know what I'm saying? The card is slow as hell. So if you don't open that card, you don't really want to fucking draw that. So sending Foolish Burial Belongings to stop you from potentially drawing a copy of that card and also giving you a negation from the graveyard is really good, man. So this is the deck right here for UAs. You can pause the video right here and you can go ahead and you can copy and paste this. Like I said, this is somewhat similar to my Brilliant UA build that I did a video for, but there's also a twist in here with some hand traps and stuff like that. I'm trying to update this for the meta, because really, I really do want to rebuild this deck, and I really want to be able to retake this deck to locals, at least to try it out, to see how it's going to go. And once this card drops, it is going to be absolutely amazing. This deck is going to get an amazing boost, a boost that it definitely needed. So rate, comment, and subscribe, guys. Share and we flame out.